Hello friends, it's Thor Cow back with another edition of This Week on Blu-ray and DVD. A lot of these titles you can also get video on demand. We start with Noah from Darren Aronofsky, and Russell Crowe is the lead in this one, of course, bringing the epic biblical tale to the big screen and now the small screen. Get a look at Noah. Wow, what an extraordinary scene. Obviously a lot of CGI that went into this movie, but it's also anchored by some great performances from Russell Crowe there and Anthony Hopkins, as well as Ray Winstone, who plays the villain essentially, Tubal Cain. And the first time I saw this movie, it didn't really blow me away. I had to watch it again on Blu-ray, and I checked out all the extras, which were fascinating. It showed a lot of the production and how they actually made the movie, including building the massive arc that was the centerpiece for the film. You know what, the second time I watched it, I really dug it. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It sort of takes some different twists and turns from the actual biblical story, obviously, because they're making a Hollywood movie. So they did some things with the screenplay, which at first I didn't like, but now I could see the entertainment value in them. It's sometimes wacky, but always grounded by Aronofsky's vision, and he really, took some risks with this movie, and I appreciate that it was such a big budget film that brought a story like Noah, made it accessible to all viewers all over the world, no matter what their religious affiliation. So there was a big environmental message with it as well. So as I say, jam-packed with great bonus features on the Blu-ray. This one is definitely worth a watch, and Russell Crowe carries it so well. Jennifer Connelly, Emma Watson, also great in the film as well. So Noah, that's out now. Check it out. Beautiful cinematography. All the stuff they shot on location in Iceland, and then they had the various sound stages where they had the scenes with the Ark and stuff like that. So a lot of time and money and effort and passion went into that project. Next, we're talking The Other Woman, and this stars Cameron Diaz. She's back in a romantic comedy of sorts with Leslie Mann and, yes, Kate Upton, and she realizes that her man is not two-timing but three-timing her, so she teams up with them to seek revenge.
I gotta admit,
Kate might actually have a point about her bringing up the group average.
do you guys care if I smoke?
No, I kind of want one too.
Since when do you smoke?
Since whenever I want to smoke.
Boy, this ought to be good.
I swear. If we find any more mistresses, I'm gonna have to send her to rehab.
You would lie.
Yeah, this was pretty terrible. For one thing, Kate Upton, frankly, was hired just for her breasts. I'm sorry, but she was. She can't act at all. Leslie Mann, who I love and everything else, like This Is 40, really given a poor script to work with here, and she's just shrieking and shrill all the time, more so than usual. Nikolai Coster-Waldau, who is TV's biggest badass on Game of Thrones, is just reduced to this awful thin role as the three-timing man, and they have this terrible gag that involves, there it is, yes, she puts the laxatives in the drink and he's got to go poopy. How many times have we seen that done in comedy? So this was a total fail for me. I mean, if you like Cameron Diaz movies, you're a fan of rom-coms, and you want to have one of these sort of guilty pleasure nights, sure, knock yourself out, but The Other Woman, instantly forgettable. Let's move on from that. I'm done with it. We're talking about another comedy now, and the guys are back. Yes, Trailer Park Boys in another film, their third feature, Don't Legalize It. And if you're wondering why they're saying don't legalize it, well, it turns out that Julian concocts a crazy scheme, but it goes awry when his Ricky's dope growing business is put under threat when Canada decides to legalize marijuana. Have a look.
Dirty Dancer, this is Tumbleweed. Let's go hammer down double nickels.
Tumbleweed and the Dirty Dancer?
You need to use discretion.
You there, Bubs?
It's Tumbleweed.
Drugs are dangerous, Randy. People are dangerous.
There, boys, this is the way it's supposed to be. The cops are right there.
Yeah, they're back and they're wacky as ever. This scene here at the end where they're at Parliament there with the talks has a cameo from Jodie Emery, Mark Emery's wife, actually, speaking about the whole marijuana issue. You know what? The boys still have it. It's still very funny. It's still wacky. It's got a couple of twists and surprises. Still raunchy as ever and very clever. Although I didn't like what they did with Mr. Leahy. They made his character kind of dark in this one and took it in a direction that I didn't care for. Other than that, though, the trio of the main leads with Ricky, Julian, and Bubbles are all still very funny. So at first glance, I was like, another trailer Trailer Park Boys movie, but they actually pull it off. It's got some funny moments, and yeah, if you are a fan of the franchise and you followed them over the years, you're gonna love it because it's just another wacky adventure. And yes, the boys of Sunnyvale are back with another comedy of hijinks proportions. Okay, we're gonna leave you with a classic from television coming to for the first time ever on Blu-ray. Get a load of this set, Twin Peaks. They've got the entire mystery now on Blu-ray, including Fire Walk with Me, which was the prequel film. So David Lynch and Mark Frost's groundbreaking cult phenomenon arrives finally. This has been a long time in the making, a long-awaited debut. This is David Bowie on Blu-ray. Nearly 90 minutes of deleted and alternate scenes. Also, you get Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me for the first time ever. The thing has been upgraded as well in terms of pictures, so it looks beautiful. You can see here the pictures are gorgeous. Never looked this good on your little TV screens back in the day. And it's in this complete box set. The box set is absolutely beautiful. Newly produced and archival special features, all under the supervision of the master himself, David Lynch. It's 25 years after the shocking murder of Laura Palmer. That's obviously 25 years since that happened in the show. So there's a bit of a anniversary of sorts. But man, it was such a strange show. And now for the first time ever, you can get it all in one beautiful set. So get it if you're a collector, or if you've got that Twin Peaks aficionado, it will make a great gift. Twin Peaks, the complete set on Blu-ray now. Just a beautiful package. They've really outdone themselves this time. Okay, people, that's it. I'm Thor Diecow. You can check me out on Twitter at Thor Diecow. Let me know what you thought of these titles. We'll see you next week on BTVancouver.ca.